Good afternoon. I want to welcome everybody to this broadcast. I'm live here on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And in this broadcast, guys, I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 reasons why why you need to start a home-based business now. Okay, 5 reasons really why now is the best time to start a home-based business. And so as we kind of get going, I want to just let people kind of come into the room here on Facebook. Glad to have you guys over on IG as well. And guys, I'm super excited. Because we are coming up on the last month of the year. This is 2021. And the 5 reasons why now is a good time to start a home-based business, I think is a very important topic for you to just take a few minutes to tap in and listen to. And even if you're busy right now, if you're at work, if you're tuning in, you're kind of trying to do this and do that all at the same time, I'm going to ask that you come back and you review this. Go ahead and save this, bookmark this. Make sure you share it with others, because I'm talking to you guys today about something that's really, really important. Yeah, I know sometimes I kind of come on and it's more inspirational and it is more motivational and things of that sort. But today I want to talk to you about business, right? Hey, Ramonia. Hey, Denise. Good to see you guys as well. What's up, Focus on Service to World. Good to see you over there on IG. And for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Tracy Walker. I am a home-based business entrepreneur. I'm a documented 7-figure earner, a $1 million earner in the industry of home-based business. And I will tell you that it hasn't always been, gravy, okay? And some of the lessons I've learned, as well as some of the tricks of the trade, and some of the things that that I have in my mind. My whole goal is to share many of these things with you, not all in one sitting, but over time, as you continue to engage with me and kind of circle around in my world a little bit. My goal is to share these things with you so that it can make your journey a little bit easier. Now, I know generally if you're following me and you're watching this, you're probably an entrepreneur. You're probably a home-based business entrepreneur. You're probably even a single mom, right? Because I am a single mom. My son is 7 years old, and I absolutely love him to life. Okay, I will tell you that he has completely grown up in the world of free enterprise entrepreneurship, and I'm excited about that. And many things that I share with him at this age, I wish someone had taught it to me, right? I wish somebody had taught it to me when I was 7, when I was 8. But I must give credit to my parents. They did the very best that they could with what they had. I truly believe your parents probably did too, or the people that were in charge of raising you. I'm sure they did the very best they could with what they had. But I'm telling you, when you know better, it is time to do better. And so this morning, this afternoon, guys, I really do want to take a couple moments to share with you 5 reasons why now is a good time to start a home-based business. And let's start with reason number 1. Let's talk about technology. Okay. There used to be a period in time, even back when I started in home-based business, which is 2007. It wasn't light years ago, but considering the fact that, Facebook really didn't even start until like 2006, right? It didn't really start till that time. You got to consider what was happening before then. Prior to me being online and being in home-based business, I actually had a very successful multiple $1 million real estate investment company, and we did extremely well. This was where I was able to really start enjoying the good life of entrepreneurship. I built my very own house, my ex-husband and I, from the ground up. We had beautiful cars. We had amazing things. We had jewelry and gadgets and flex and took trips and did all these amazing things. We would get on a flight and just go somewhere, not take any clothes, and literally just go somewhere and fly and buy everything once we got there. I had a really good life. In between the years of 25 and like 34, something like that. I am now, this is chapter 45. My birthday was November the 22nd. So yes, I am in chapter 45, guys. And I will tell you, I have literally been an entrepreneur for 20 years, right? A little bit over 20 years. I have not worked a job since 2002. And I've been able to sustain. It's been ups, it's been downs, but technology has truly transformed in such a way where things are ways that we used to do things before. We don't have to do them that that way anymore. We're talking about home-based business, right? Why now is a good time to start a home-based business? Because you don't have to do a lot of the things that you did before. Now, don't get me wrong. There are going to be people that are very successful. There are going to be people that literally have made millions of dollars that are going to contradict what I say, and that's okay. And the reason that's okay is because we all have different paths, right? What makes entrepreneurship so amazing is that I can go in one direction and be successful. You could take a completely different direction and be just as successful, and everybody live happily ever after. So this is not to knock any one way or another. It's just to explain to you that I've been very fortunate to be able to utilize technology in a way that was beneficial for me and my lifestyle, where I didn't have to do a lot of running around and bothering people to do stuff that I was a part of. I actually figured out how to use the internet to reach the masses of people, to reach and build teams of people all over the world, to have people in multiple different countries part of my organization. Why? Because of the power of technology. Social media is a part of that, but so are other apps. So are other apps. So are other things such as SMS, right? For our people here in the United States, being able to text, being able to email, being able to send out, give people QR codes, and people can reach different things that you have. Technology is just really in such a way, it's advanced where you don't have to do a lot of the foot soldier type of work. Like if someone said to me I had to go door to door to sell anything, I would probably literally you know what I'm saying? Because I can't even, some people are going to be great at that. That's not my lane, right? That's not my lane. If I had to stand up all day and beat the path of every business and every door, I'm not saying that's not a viable way to do it. I'm saying if I had to do that, right, I would literally, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But technology allows us to do things, even if you're using the mail, like direct mail, even still postcards and things like that. Depending on certain things like your copywriting and things of that, there's certain little skill sets that go into that. But the bottom line is that technology is more advanced now than it ever has been before, and it's continuing to grow. And if you're going to start a home-based business, now would be the time to do it, because technology is on your side. You don't have to depend on your friends. You don't have to depend on your family. Could you leverage them? Could you talk to them about what you have? Absolutely. I don't know any entrepreneur where their family and friends aren't at least aware that they're doing something. But depending on them, that's a completely different thing. And your business is not going to scale to 7 figures, even multiple 7 into the 8 figures, just depending on that small group. You've got to learn how to market, and you've got to learn how to sell. And technology helps us to do that. Okay, so number 1 is technology. Number 2, here's a big one. Guys, it is very low risk. Now, I will tell you, there is going to be risk in everything that we do. Okay, there is going to be risk. You're not going to escape risk. You risk when you're driving on the road. Like I live in Atlanta, right? It's a lot of 2-lane roads and things like that, and some of the little back roads, and scooting around, getting behind some of the highways and stuff. But literally speaking, there are 2-lane roads, and I risk my life every day on a 2-lane road because I can't control the person that's coming in the opposite direction. I don't know if they're drinking. I don't know if they're high. I don't know if they're on their phone. I don't know what they're doing in that car. I have to take my chances and trust and believe that they're going to stay on their side of that yellow dash line. That line is nothing but a line. You guys, that's not a wall. It's a line. That car can come over the line anytime. All right. Cars go through walls too, by the way. So that line means nothing, right? So every day when I go out and I drive my son to school and to baseball and things like that, that's a risk. Okay. Every day when I go outside and as a woman just do what I need to do, there's a risk. Okay. Every day when I eat food that may not be good for me, or drink something that has high fructose syrup in it that I know good and dang on well I shouldn't be drinking it, there's a risk. Okay. There is a risk in every single thing that we do. And so the bottom line is that you're not going to escape risk. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, your primary goal should not be to escape risk. It should be to minimize risk. How can you minimize your amount of risk? And there is very little risk, very low risk when it comes to starting a home-based business. Why? Because you're not putting a mortgage on your house to get started. You're not putting up hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. You're not having to go into debt to start a business, and then on top of that have to wait a year or two just to recover the initial part that you put down to even get started. See, guys, in business, a lot of the risk comes from, hey, if I shell out $10,000, how long is it going to take me to get my $10,000 back? And then on top of that, having profit. Okay. But in home-based business, we're talking about $100. Guys, come on. We're talking about $50. We're talking about $500, maybe even $1,200. At the end of the day, some of you guys have had $500 just float through your hands like this, like water, and you don't even think about it. How do I know? Because you got red bottom shoes on. How do I know? Because you're going to hang out and you're getting a table and you're buying out, you're buying the bottles. How do I know? Because my locks I have in my hair cost me $200 by itself. Because some of you guys have these lace fronts and these hairstyles and these wigs and stuff like this. You're spending way over the amount of what it would cost to start a business in just your own personal grooming and upkeep. So it's not that you don't have it. It's that you don't really see the value of putting it towards a business versus putting it towards your hair, versus putting it towards your lashes, versus putting it towards your clothes and your attire. That's the thing. It's a priority shift. And the low risk that's involved with it, guys, can literally put you in a position where you never have to be broke again. So the bottom line is that there's very little risk to this process. And I will even tell you, we're helping people on a day-to-day basis. They start with $50. We're showing them how to get that back the same day, like literally the exact same day, with a text message. With a script that we give people in a freaking text message, they're getting their money back. So I'm just saying, what risk do you have? If you put up $100, if you put up $200, if you put up $1,000, and we can show you how to get that $1,000 back in the next 3, 4, 5 days, and on top of it, make another $500 to $1,000, what risk is it that we're really talking about? There isn't any. The bottom line is that you've got the money, but we got to show you literally how you can reallocate those funds to your benefit. Okay. And that's where we are. We're in a season where you have to focus on reallocation. You cannot continue to do the exact same things with your money and expect a completely different result. Okay. So very low risk and the ability to have a quick return on your investment. Let me just say one last thing before I move on to the third reason. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's one of those get rich quick scams, right? Get rich quick schemes. Well, I challenge you to think about that, because it's all about perception. It's all about perspective. And so if you don't like get rich quick, then what is it exactly that you would like to do? You would like to either not get rich at all, or you'd like to get rich slow. Okay. Because there's nothing wrong with getting rich quick. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is when you manipulate people and you lie and you have a lack of integrity such that what you're doing is no benefit to the person. It's more of a benefit to you. That's the challenge. Okay. And that's the problem. That is not the trajectory of what getting rich quick really means. It's people that run scams to get you to part with your money in a way that doesn't help you. That's a problem. Okay, because they're getting rich quick. But the idea is, what if you could align with people that are not only getting rich quick, but are showing you how to get rich quick in a legal, moral, and ethical way? That is what we're looking to do. Okay, so we are doing things in the spirit of excellence, and we are doing things in the spirit of the Most High, and what is pleasing. Okay, what is pleasing to the Most High. And so getting rich quick is not a problem. Otherwise, you're doing what you're doing right now, which is either not getting rich at all because you're working on a job where you'll never get rich, or you're getting rich so slow that, it's like a slow death. Okay. And you're still never really getting any access to the fruits of that labor. And your children won't either, because you're taking forever. Like you're a snail. You're a snail. The whole goal is to get there before you're too freaking old or too freaking sick to even enjoy it. Bottom line. Okay. So that's number 2. Number 3, in the 5 reasons why now is a good time to start a home-based business, is waiting won't help. Let me just go ahead and sit that right there. Waiting will not help. Okay. Some of you guys are waiting for something. What is it that you're waiting on? Are you waiting to get the money? I'm telling you, most people who have businesses didn't have the money. That's the reason why people fundraise. Why do you think fundraisers exist? Why do you think loans exist at banks? Why do you think loans exist from friends and family? It's because people didn't have the money. So you're no different than anybody else. The difference is that you seem like you're not willing to do those types of things because maybe mentally you're not ready, and that's okay. But waiting is not your friend. Okay, because let's talk about money for a second. Really quick, let's talk about money. The time value of money. If you don't understand anything about money, understand this. A dollar tomorrow is worth less than a dollar today. Let me say that again. A dollar tomorrow is worth less than a dollar today. That means the more time that accrues, the less value there is in the money. And that is not a cliche. I want you to look around. If you don't understand what inflation is, if you don't fully understand the things that happen in economics, if you think what's happening on your screens and on your TVs, there's zero truth to that. There is some truth to it, but you got to understand the way finances work and the way economics work to really see through the smoke screen. You can't just take what the people say at face value. You have to understand, you have to have a basic fundamental understanding of economics. Guys, when they keep printing more money, when bills keep being approved, and the government keeps, borrowing money from the treasury, or borrowing money from the feds, which is what is happening when they come up with this $1 trillion bill. Where's the $1 trillion coming from when this country is already in debt? Where is it coming from? So that means that they're borrowing more money. Okay, understand that. I don't care nothing about, oh, you want free this, you want free healthcare, you want free school. Let's talk about the reality of what waiting does. I'm getting to this. Okay, the government borrows money from the feds because guess what? We don't own our own printing presses anymore. Okay, so the government borrows money from the feds. This trillions of dollars the feds say, okay, we'll give you this money. They then print the money with the US Treasury. And when they print the money, guess what? The feds charge interest on the money. So there is no money. And then they print money. So they print $1. And when they print the dollar, they say, hey, when it's time to give us the dollar back, you owe us $1 plus 15 cents. Okay, but where did the 15 cents come from when I only printed $1? Is this making sense? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, please put it in the chat, in the comments or something, because I'm trying to spit some game to everybody here because I want you to understand why now is a good time to start a home-based business. If you do not understand some of the basic economics of what's happening, you're going to keep missing the boat because you think it's about you don't have time. No, you do have time. What you don't have time for is your money devaluing, without you making more of it to cover up for the value, without you investing it to cover up for the value. That's the part that you are missing. And this is why people are losing. Okay? This is why they're losing. So let me explain this to you again. The government says, hey, we're going to put this bill together. It's $5 trillion. We don't have $5 trillion. Newsflash. So where are they getting the $5 trillion from? They go and they borrow it from the feds. Fed who? The Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is not a federal institution. The Federal Reserve is a private bank. I will not spend a bunch of time on that right now, but it is a private bank. It's like if you went down to Wells Fargo. It's like if you went down to Chase. You went down to Bank of America. That's what the Federal Reserve is. The Federal Reserve is not the government. The Federal Reserve is a private bank. So the government goes and they borrow money from the private bank to put this, to fund what this bill says. Now they get you all excited and hyped up about the bill because, oh, it's going to be money in your state. Oh, it's going to be money in your roads, your bridges, your ponds, your internet. It's going to be, so they get you all hyped up about it because you don't really understand money, and you don't complain about it because you don't understand money. So what happens is then they go to the treasury prints money on demand, and that means all the other money that we have, the money in your bank account, the money you have in your pocket right now, the money that you have in your investment accounts and that money, the more money that they print at the treasury, the less the money you have right now is worth. That's why the costs of things go up. Somebody understand what I'm saying to you? The costs go up because the money isn't worth anything. The less the money is worth, the more you have to spend of it to buy things. Because the dollar isn't worth a dollar anymore. Let's just say now the dollar's really only worth 90 cents. That means now, in order to have a dollar's worth of something, you've actually got to spend more than what you would call a dollar, right? So it costs more. So we really don't want a lot of money being printed out of thin air. What we need to do is go to work for your own personal economy. Does everybody, Dr. Cheryl Tulliver, do you understand what I'm saying? Ramona, you understand? Tracy, Frank, thank you for taking notes and putting these 5 reasons down for people to see. Hey, Andre, hey, Gwen, good to see you guys. Listen, okay? Hey, Shay, what's going on? All right, guys, listen, waiting won't help. You know why waiting won't help? Because each day that you wait, your money is worth less. Come on, guys. It's like a depreciating asset. It's like your car. Your car, every day your car depreciates over time, right? Whereas real estate technically is more of an appreciating asset, right? We expect property the value to go up over time. That's why people like to buy the house low, hold on to it, get rental or Airbnb income, and then maybe sell it later, or just keep adding to the portfolio of assets because the value goes up over time. That's not what happens with your money. Money goes down over time. So you waiting till tomorrow to start $100 business, you just wasted a whole 24-hour period in which you understand the phrase time is money. It's not a joke. Time is money, because the more time you waste, the less money you have. And that's why I say you got to take advantage of your time. Optimize your time. Waiting will not help you. How long have you waited already to do something and it didn't happen? You say, oh, I'm going to get started next week, and then your tire blows. Oh, I'm going to get started on Friday, and then your parent gets sick. Oh, I'm going to do this on this day, and then all hell breaks loose somewhere else. Oh, this takes place. An unexpected situation happens. Guys, I'm telling you, the way that the world works, you have to learn to take action now, because life is going to happen. It's always going to happen. And if you're going to make the sacrifice, you need to go ahead and make the sacrifice today, because at least between today, if you spend $100 today and start your business today, you spend $500 today and start a business today, you turn around, we teach you how to make the $500 back. Guess what? Now you can take that $500, invest it into something, and now you've acquired an asset such as a business, which now you can always have a way to make money. You take the $500 and you go buy a hairdo. I'm telling you, when you take the hair out, that's all you got. Nothing, a bunch of loose hair in a plastic bag. Okay? I need everybody to understand that. So waiting won't help. You've got to take action now. The value of our money is going down every single day. And unless you are outpacing inflation, which is what we are in right now, inflation means that the value of the dollar is going down and the cost of living is going up. That's what it means. Unless what you are bringing in your income is outpacing the rate of inflation, which generally is about 12% a year, guys, I'm telling you, you are going to be broke. It is very simple math. And this is not something that they teach you in school. So if you don't have parents that teach it to you, or you don't have people in an environment, in an entrepreneurial think tank that can help educate you on these things, I'm telling you, you will go your whole entire life not know this. You will teach your kids subconsciously to fight and struggle the same battle, because you will not be speaking to them in terms of economics. You'll be speaking to them in terms of struggle and work. Okay? So waiting won't help. I'm going to get off of that soapbox. I think y'all get where I'm going with that. That is a passionate area for me. I enjoy speaking about money. I enjoy speaking about investments. I enjoy speaking about the time value. I enjoy teaching people about how the government and the feds and the banks are not your friends. They're not. Yeah, you keep running down there, putting your money into that bank, and another topic, another day. But when you understand how the whole system works, you got to play the game that's being played. You can't keep complaining about not winning in the game when you don't even understand the rules. You can't protest against the game that has rules when you don't even understand the rules. Learn the game first. Okay. And then if there's something that you need to change, that's fantastic. But don't seek to change the game when you're not even a real player. You're still really a spectator and you just mad. Okay. So let's not operate off mad. Let's operate off of education, being enlightened and knowing how the game works. Okay. Moving along. Number 4, the fourth reason why now is a good time to start a home-based business is, guys, look, marketing is cheap right now. Marketing is cheap right now, Tony. Okay. Marketing is cheap. And let me say, when I say cheap, I mean cheaper. Cheaper. Let me say, there used to be a time, guys, where all people knew was, I got to get a TV commercial. Oh my goodness, I have to run a radio ad. Where people say, oh goodness, I really have to make sure I get into the magazine or the newspaper, and you're paying $2,000 to run in the home business magazine. How do I know? I was on the cover of the magazines. So I completely know what it costs. You do the stories, the write-ups. Can you generate leads? Yes, but you better have yourself a funnel. And if you don't know how to have a funnel, well, then you're going to pay. Okay. And so now marketing is cheaper. Okay. We can utilize social media. We can utilize our stories. We could utilize right now what I'm doing, a live video. We can connect with hundreds, if not thousands of people through the replays of the videos, through the sharing of the videos, and just through the native ability of a video to sit on a platform over time. It's an asset. It's an asset that can start to generate income for you when you understand that this video that I'm doing right now is literally a virtual piece of real estate. Because I understand real estate, I know that you want to get property, right? You want to have properties in multiple places. Think about McDonald's. What is McDonald's really? It's a real estate company. We know that the food is disgusting, but it's a real estate company. They have more McDonald's than anything else. It's a real estate company. It's a holding company, right? The whole structure of McDonald's is a holding company. Okay. And so if you understand the value of that and how they do what they do, then you would want to emulate that. So wouldn't you want to have more pieces of assets or more pieces of real property on these platforms as you can, as well as having them on your own private entities too, because we do not control these properties, this land, so to speak, right? The Facebook land, the YouTube land, the IG land. We don't control the land, but we can definitely capitalize on the land while we have access to the land. So you also want to make sure that you have access. It's like having your own masters. You want to have your own videos somewhere where you host them. You can put them up when you need to put them up, share them when you need to share them, because you don't want to be at the liberty and at the at the mercy of the landowner. Okay. But while you have access, the marketing is cheap. How much is it costing me right now to sit here and educate and share some value with you? It's costing me a little bit of time, but time is money. And I understand that this translates to dollars. When I do this, this translates to dollars for me. It translates. This is a income producing activity. Marketing is cheap right now. Okay. So do you have to be on own network? No, you don't. But you could be on your own network, like right here. It's social media. It's my own media. Okay. I'm on my social media platform and I'm performing and I'm producing a piece of video media to you in a social environment. Does everybody understand that? If you get that, thumbs up. Marketing is cheap. So get to work. You don't have to complain. It's low risk, cheap to start a business, inexpensive to start the business, and then to market and promote the business is virtually very little cost. It's not completely free in a lot of cases, because it is a real business. Like there's no real business where every single cost, or there's zero cost. Right? There's marketing costs. Like my Dream Team shirt, there's a cost, right? For me to market my organization and my team and what we stand for, freedom, or this way on the day, right? Freedom. For me to have this, there's a cost to have the sweatshirt, right? That's not free. It's a cost for it. It's a cost for the design. So there is a cost, but marketing is cheap. Like even on the back of my sweatshirt, guys, what does it say? on the back of my sweatshirt. Can y'all see that? It says copy, paste, profit, repeat, right? That's marketing. Somebody, I'm saying I'm always marketing. I'm always marketing. Very low cost. And that's why you will see me every day in a Dream Team sweatshirt. You will see me every day in some sort of something that's marketing my business. I'm not that interested in wearing other name brand designer things all the time because those things do not pay me. What pays me is to market my business, right? Just like Louis, just like Louboutin, just like Chanel, just like Fendi, when you put their attire on, you are marketing their business and their families, right? Chanel was her name. Louis Vuitton is the name, all right? Gucci is the name. Versace is the name of the family. What is the name that you're going to wear that pays your family? So if you're not utilizing your body, the things that you have to go out and market very inexpensively and cheap, I'm telling you, you're wasting so much time because now is the time to do it. Now is the time that people are looking and open and listening. Okay? Hey, what's going on, Aunt Polonio? Good to see you, brother. All right. So that's number 4. Marketing is cheap. And number 5, the fifth and final reason, one of the fifth, because I can have 20 reasons, but I just picked the top 5. Okay. 5. You get more of your money back come tax season. I say this one for last because sometimes this could be a daunting topic. It can be a daunting topic for people. And I don't want it to be a daunting topic, but I want you to understand Q497, right? I want you to understand Gloria. I want you to understand Carla. I want you to understand Pastor Janet. I want you to understand Global Business Traveler. I want you to understand. Listen to me. Do you know why businesses pay less in taxes than individuals? Because the tax code is written for it to do that. So we don't need to complain about why this company and why this company is paying less in taxes. What you should be spending your time and resources and energy on is learning how you can also become a company where you can benefit from the same tax code that doesn't discriminate against you. If you have the proper documentation, the proper accounting, the proper bookkeeping, what happens is that you too benefit from the same exact tax code that you're upset about, but you're only upset because it doesn't apply to you, but it doesn't apply to you not because of any color of your skin. It doesn't apply to you because you don't have a business. And you don't understand. So let me say this to you. When you start a business, even if you start this business right now, see, this is why now, this is the 5th one. This is why now is a good time. Because some of you guys are paying out of your pocket for your internet. What do I mean? That means, here's the deal. You go to work every day. You get paid on Friday in this example. And then you get taxed on that money, right? Everybody with me? You go to work, you work 40 hours for that week, you work 80 hours for a 2-week period, and then you get a check. In your check, if your salary, let's just keep it easy. If your salary is $52,000 a year, because I'm saying $1,000 a week, is 52 weeks in a year. If your salary is $1,000 a week, guess what? You don't get $1,000, do you? You get like 8 something, 9 something. Right? Why do you get less? Why do you not make the whole $1,000 when your salary says you should make $52,000 a year? You don't make it. You know why? Because they tax you. So you don't make the whole $1,000 for the week. You got to give the government they cut first. That's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting that you got to show up on time. You got to first off, you got to interview. Well, first off, you got to go to school and get a degree that they want you to have. You got to be able to display and show your expertise and knowledge in this particular field of work. You then got to go and interview. You got to you know, beat out anybody else looking for that particular job in that particular position. Then you gotta, if you get the job, you gotta get up in the morning, drive there, be there 8 hours, perform, be your best, dress to impress, right? Look decent and whatever. Then you gotta come home. When you come home, and do everything you gotta do. If you look back over that day, the government did not sit with you in the HOV lane on the way to work. Were you able to drive in the HOV lane because the government was sitting next to you? It's two people in your car because they went to work with you? No, you went to work by yourself, right? When you sat there at that desk, when you had the issue with that boss, was the government sitting right there with you to help you and two-on-one? No. Was the government right there with you when you were sitting there trying to get that report done, trying to get the marketing plan done, trying to get the review done? Was the government sitting there helping you with ideas and helping you brainstorm and helping you put that presentation together? No. So the government was nowhere involved in the whole entire process, but yet you're going to pay the government 33.33% of your check every single time you get paid. So that's problem number one. You're okay with that. You're okay with giving somebody who didn't even show up part of your check because you've been convinced to believe that that's the way it should be. No, it shouldn't. It's what you expect because you keep playing the rat race game. So since you're playing the rat race game, let me educate you on how to start to maneuver yourself out of that. You've got to reclaim the money that you're giving to bills and things like that because you're not even getting all your money. You're not even getting all your money. So the $1,000 that you get, that gets taxed, and you get 800, 900, whatever it is. Don't quote me on the exact amount. You get the point. It's less than 1,000. You got to now use the less amount, let's say $900, and now you got to go buy food. That's also taxed. Sales tax. Then you got to go and pay your internet, which is also taxed. Then you got to go and pay your cell phone, which is also taxed. Then you got to go and buy yourself some clothes, which is also taxed. Then you got to go and do all the other things that you got to do, pay your mortgage, pay your car note, all this, which is also taxed and or has interest on it. You're paying more for it, right? You're doing all of that out of money that's already taxed when you're supposed to make $52,000 a year and you didn't even make $52,000 a year. They did not lower the price of that internet because they didn't give you all your money, did they? No, the price of the internet stays the same while what you make really is less. So because you're paying with after tax dollars, you are not getting all of your money. So if you want to get more of your money, it makes sense to start a business even today, November 29. You should start a business today. You know why? Because when it's time to file your 2021 taxes, guess what? With a business, you now can deduct certain things that you could not deduct without a business. See, when you were paying that cell phone bill before the business, you could not deduct a portion of your cell phone bill because you weren't using your cell phone for business. You were using it for personal, and personal gets taxed higher than business. You have to be an entity. So when you have an entity, now you can say, hey, yes, I use my phone for business. Without my phone, I can't run my business. That's true. I'm on Instagram right now. Without my smartphone, I can't do my live. It is true. It is not a gimmick. It is not a lie. It is not a trick. I am on my phone right now. I am on my computer using my internet to conduct business. Lie or fact? Without a business, I can't write off any of my internet expenses. With a business, I can. What does write off really mean? It means that the cost of it, I get to tell the government, hey, I needed to use that money and that money should not be taxed any further. And the government says if it's done legal, moral, ethically, the government says, I can't say the government, the IRS, because that's not the government either. Another story, another topic. However, they're the entity that we all agree to roll with for now. They say, okay, fantastic. So now that means that all the money that you spent, you probably won't even have to pay taxes on a lot of that money because what? You've used the money towards access of your business. Use of your business. And even if you start a business right now today, you can go back and claim your internet bill from January, February, March, Okay. Do you work? You have a home. Look, this is about 5 reasons to start a home-based business. Do you work out of your home? Does it look like my home to you? Am I lying? Does it look like I'm at home to you? Do I have an area of my home where I'm working my business? Is it like a desk to you? There's a computer right here, right? You guys can see there's all types of things. I've got a calendar, like I've got stuff, I got product, I've got things. Like you can see my kitchen in the back. I'm at home. I'm running my business right now. I can write off a portion of my home because a certain square footage is used for business. That means the rent that I pay, the mortgage that I pay, the electricity that I use, some of that is for personal, but some of it is for business. And now I can write that off and say, I need this ring light right here. I need this electricity. I need this heat right now. I need this right now because I have to be comfortable when I'm conducting business. Do you understand that? And so now I can write off these expenses, and come next year, guess what? Some of you guys would actually get money back. We'll talk about why that may or may not be good another day. But for the sake of what I'm saying today, it's better to have expenses in a business than it is to have costs in your real life. And I need you to understand that. You're going to get money. You can have more money back. It's a tax benefit. If you understand that they're taking more of your money out of your paycheck every single pay period, why would you not want to reclaim some of that money in the form of having a business? And here's the secret key. Your business doesn't even have to be profitable. Wait a minute, Trace. So you mean to tell me I could actually lose money in my business and it helped me? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because guess what? With a business, you pay taxes on profits. And if you don't have any profits, then what do you pay? Now, this has got to be legal, moral, and ethical. I'm not saying go out here and evade and do all this type of stuff. What I'm saying to you is understand the way things are written and understand that that you can be in alignment with this stuff. And especially if you start a business today, and you don't make any money between now and December, that's actually good. You know why? Because now they're going to owe you money because you would have claimed all of the expenses for all of 2021, even though you just started the business today. And then you didn't make any money, which means you don't pay any taxes on profits because you didn't have any profits, but you had expenses. Your expenses were more than what you earned. And if your expenses, your legitimate business expenses, are more than what you earned, guess what? There ain't no tax to pay. This is not that difficult, but you're not in the game. And because you're not dribbling the ball, you can't understand. You never gain the muscle memory of how to have control of the ball. You're always in a spectator state, talking about what somebody else should be doing, how somebody else shouldn't get paid that amount of money, how somebody else sucks because they didn't hit the ball the right way they should have hit the ball. But the question is, do you have a jersey on with your team name on it? Do you have a jersey on running around building a legacy for your family and a number? Do you have a jersey on running around making sure that your business is moving and shaking, and whether it is profitable or not profitable, you are understanding how the money works and how taxes work, and you're understanding how the money, all of that plays a part in you being able to build a legacy? Are you running around going out making sure that you are putting money aside into investments, into things that outpace inflation, so that when the tomorrow comes, you actually have more than what you had yesterday? Or are you the person that just keeps spending what you get out of your paycheck without ever putting some of that money, even though it may be a sacrifice? Hear what I'm saying, Andre. It may be a sacrifice, Shantae Jones. It might be a sacrifice today. You might not fully have the whole 500, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't figure out how to just put that money in that business and let that business attract the expenses for you and take over for you, you will never be able to take advantage of the system that will give you the money back And guess what? Pay for the lifestyle that you need anyway. So, when I got to go to Houston next week, by the way, I'll be in Houston, Texas on December the 10th. Okay. So, girl, I run circular. Oh, goodness. Okay. I will be in Houston, Texas on December the 10th, December the 11th, and December the 12th. Who or what do you think is paying for that? Let me ask you something. When you go out of town on a vacation, who pays for that? It comes out of your money from your paycheck, right? That you put into your bank account. And then you go on Southwest and you buy an airplane ticket, or you go on Delta and you buy an airplane ticket. And can you write that flight off? When you get to the airport, you need to get yourself a snack. And you need to sit down and get you some water. And you need to sit down and you need to read you a magazine about business or buy you a book about business. And you do that, okay, on your flight. Are those tax write-offs for you? Oh, when I buy this sweatshirt right here, is this a tax write-off? Yep, it's a marketing tool. This is a business expense. Me flying to Houston is a business expense. Couldn't I have fun in Houston? Absolutely. Am I going to have fun in Houston? I most certainly am. Am I actually going to be doing business though? I most certainly am. On Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., we're going to be at the West Chase. We're going to be doing business. We're going to be helping people, and we're going to be changing lives for those hours. Are we going to be doing a photo shoot for more marketing pieces? Absolutely. But can I write that trip off because I took the trip for business? Yes. So now that trip didn't cost me anything out of my personal money. It cost my business money. Come on. But if you don't have a business, then you don't have business money. And if you don't have business money, you don't have write-offs. And if you don't have write-offs, you're spending your own money. You're giving the government all your money as opposed to being in a partnership with them. See, you're a slave to them when you're not in a partnership with them. And you got to understand that. And so, guys, listen, top 5 reasons why now is a good time to start a home-based business recap. Number 1, technology is on your side. Number 2, very, very low risk. Okay. And the ease of being able to get a return on your investment within the first day, first 24 hours is absolutely insane. You don't have to wait 3 to 5 years like a McDonald's franchise before you have a profit. And you don't have to come out of 1.5 million, and you don't have to get a loan for 1.5 million, Javin, in order to start a business. You don't. You can start a business with the money you got in your pocket. And depending on where you are, you can even start a business on a payment plan. You can start a business on a payment plan and not have any interest. So they charge you interest for your car. They charge you interest on your mortgage. They charge you interest even in your own bank account. You know how they charge you interest? Because they charge you fees for even having a checking account. What kind of shenanigan is that? You're going to charge me for putting money in your bank when you're using my money to go make money? In reality, damn it, I should be charging you to use my money. But no, we don't want to think like that, because then that would mean we're being responsible. No. We want people to give us stuff. Okay, well, it's a new day. It's a new age. No, we're not here. I'm not here for the what you can give me. I'm here for the how does this work and what can I get legally, morally, and ethically so I can benefit myself, my family, my legacy, and the people that I care about. So that's number 2, a very low risk, quick return on investment. Reason number 3, waiting will not help. The time value of money. $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. So take action today. $1 tomorrow is worth less than $1 today. Didn't I give you the example? They're printing money right now out of thin air. What does that do to the money in your pocket? It makes it go down. Think of it like this. Here's one more example. You have a sweet potato pie. Speaking of sweet potato pie, did y'all eat some sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving? But you got a sweet potato pie. If you cut the sweet potato pie in half, you have 2 pieces, right? You got 2 pieces, and those are 2 big pieces. 2 people essentially could have 1 piece each, big pieces. But if I keep on cutting the pie, then the pieces get smaller. Do you understand that? the pieces get smaller. And if the pieces get smaller, it means you have less. If you have less, then you don't have as much. So you no longer had half the pie. Now you got 1/16 of the pie. That means now your value, what you've contributed, what you can get access of the pie is so small that it's not even worth nothing. Now you plus 6 other people got to get together to be worth anything because your 1% is not worth anything. The money in your bank account, the money in your pocket ain't worth a doggone. Do you understand? The more they keep printing the money, it's not worth nothing. So you can't keep waiting. You have got to take that money, you got to plant a seed, and you got to let that seed now produce more than that one seed that you had in the beginning, because you got to have more tomorrow because the dollar is less tomorrow. You can't have the same $1, you'll have 90 cents. You need to have at least $3 or $4 tomorrow. Do you guys understand? So waiting is not going to help you. That is a very logical and reasonable explanation that what you have today is worth more than what's going to be tomorrow. So take action. Number 4, marketing is cheap. Put on a shirt. Throw on some in the back. Get you some business cards, okay? Get you some postcards. Get you some things with a QR code. Get you some things that you can market and promote on, okay? I got cards. I send out cards to people on all types of different things. It's cheaper. Put it like that, cheaper. And number 5, you're going to get more of your money back come tax season, okay? So those are the 5 reasons. So if you've watched this and you got some value out of this, I'm going to really encourage you to reach out to me, reach out to anyone who may be part of Dream Team organization, and let them know that you're ready to get started, or at least get more information. At least get more information on how you can get started in your home-based business starting now. Okay, before the end of the year. As long as you do it now, guess what? You can claim all of those expenses for the whole entire year, y'all. Y'all, it ain't you start the business today and you can only claim what you did between now and the end of the year. You can go back to January 1 and say all of my internet for the whole year, my business. All of my light, business. All of my cell phone, have your accountant tally that stuff up and understand these are write-offs for you. You're going to save money that way. If you now are saving money, what can you do with the money? If you didn't have to spend $2 because you only had to spend $1, what could you do with the extra dollar? Couldn't you take the extra dollar now and go and pay off some debt? Yep. Couldn't you take the extra dollar now and go invest it? Yep. Couldn't you take the extra dollar now and go plant a seed somewhere else, sow a seed into someone else, pay a tithe, give to a charity, give it to somebody who's in need? Couldn't you do something other with the dollar that you couldn't do before because you had to use it to pay for stuff? Now you don't need it to pay for stuff. You can literally go and do something else with it. That is what the wealthy people do. And we got to kind of get in the habit of doing that. Okay. Sean says, I missed rule number 3 because the sweet potato pie. Oh, you got caught up on the sweet potato pie, brother. Okay. So number 1, technology is on our side. That's reason number 1. Number 2, very low risk to start a home-based business now. Number 3 is waiting will not help. Time value of money. Okay. Inflation. Number 4, marketing is cheaper than it probably ever has been before. And number 5, you're going to get more of your money back come tax season because you're leveraging a business tax structure versus a personal W-2 tax structure. You don't want that. You want 1099. You want 1099. Okay. So before I close out, guys, I want to give you a reason why you should consider working with us. Who is us? The Dream Team. Right? Myself, many of the other leaders that have this. This is why you're going to consider working with us. There's tons of people you can work with. I get that. And I'm not saying that there aren't other people to work with. What I'm saying is that I believe that we're the best group for you to work with. And the reason is there's a couple of reasons. Number 1, in home-based business, some of the concepts that I just shared right here, it takes time for people to learn these skills. And we teach these things in our organization. We want you to understand why the business makes sense. We're not just trying to push you down the hill and just go, 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 go. You don't even understand what's really going on. We want you to be a smart, a wise, and educated entrepreneur. Is ignorance on fire amazing? Absolutely it is. But at some point, you're 40 and 50 and 60 years old. I need you to understand what you're doing. You've got kids. You've got grandkids. Okay, that ignorance on fire, there's a time and a place for that. But right now, I need you to know what the hell you're doing so that you not keep making the same mistakes that we've been making when we were 20 and 30 and 40. It's time to understand what time it is out here, and it's not a game. Okay, this 2020 season, 2021 season, that should have expressed to you. It should have been clear as present day. It should be a blaring alarm in your face, in your eyes, that it's not a game anymore. Either you're going to learn how to do this or you're going to be stuck like Chuck. Look around. Okay. So, number one, we care, we have support, and we teach you about business. This is a real business. Just because the barrier to get in is 100, 200, 300, a low cost, doesn't mean it's low value. It means the less you have to spend to get started, the quicker you can get a return and get a profit, and there's no cap on your income. There's no cap. You can make $1 million a month. Can you do that in your job? No. And how much did you pay for your job? Well, you didn't pay $300 for it. You pay more for it because you're putting gas in your car every day. You're spending your time there every day. You're spending years there, not getting anything. You might get a little bonus. And guess what? The amount that you make is keeping you paycheck to paycheck. You're not able to get ahead. You're paying for that job every single day, every single breath, every single moment, every single hour that you spend going and not being able to outpace the cost of living. You are paying, my dear friend. You are paying a very dear cost. So you got to understand that, and we teach that. Another reason, we have a blueprint. So a lot of times you get started in these businesses and they can't give you a blueprint. We have a copy, paste, profit, repeat blueprint. I am not joking. That is not a tagline. Well, it is a tagline, but it is not just a tagline. It is not just a phrase. It is not just something catchy to say. Anybody in our organization that follows the blueprint understands we are copying and pasting all day long. That's all we can do. And if that's all we need to do. And if you can copy and paste and follow the leader, I'm telling you, you can make more money doing this in 2 hours a day than you could ever make on your job. If you gave this 5 years, I could almost guarantee you'd make way more money doing this than you would on your job. If you were as diligent, if you showed up every day, if you went to the meetings, if you listened and you followed the rules, if you were fearful of not getting paid in your business, just like you are not getting paid at your job, and you did everything you needed to do in your business, you would be making way more money in your home-based business than you would be in your job. You'd be in a better tax structure. You have more time, more freedom, more money, and be able to live your life on your own terms. And you have a much, much better quality of life. And you understand life completely differently. But you're trying to hold on to this to do this over here. And I get that. So we got to do it at the same time. So at the same time means we got to provide you with a blueprint so that you can just copy and paste and go. Copy and paste and go. Copy and paste and go. It's really mindless behavior. It's really mindless activity. If you could just follow the leader and copy and doggone paste, knowing that what we're copying and what I'm showing you to copy and paste, it works with consistency. I'm telling you, you can completely change your life in the next 6 to 12 months. You could. You could. This time next year, you could be living in a brand new house. This time next year, your kids could be completely paid up with their tuition. This time next year, you could completely have your car paid off. You completely have a whole new credit score and have a whole new life. Heck, you can have you a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, girlfriend. You can have a whole new life this time next year if you just simply learn some of these skills. It's not that hard. It's just you got to take time to learn it because you've been spending 10 years, 20 years on your job. How's that helping? How's that working? You rich yet? Because you don't want to get rich quick. So I guess you're going to go to not get rich at all route. Okay. We do what we teach. See, I'm a firm believer that I will never ask you to do something that I am not willing to do. Period. The end. I've already done it and I'm doing it. Okay. We lead from the front over here. Okay. And so I understand you may have been an example, been in a business before, but if you've never had someone, a real leader to guide and show you, and at least you integrate with a team of leaders that know what they're doing, and you've been lost before, well, you can't let that one experience stop you from the goals and the dreams and the desires of your heart. You've got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you got to get back on that saddle. Because I'm telling you, You keep working that job because you said somebody over here in this company didn't help you. That job ain't helping you either. So it's time to now find another vehicle to go parallel with your job until we can get you out the job. That's the way it works. If you want to get out the job, some of you guys love your job. Fantastic. Work your job forever if you want to. But I'm telling you right now, you best have you something else on the side working. You best have something because you are W-2 income over there in that job. And you are always going to give that government 33 1/3% of your money. And they did not do 1/3 of the work. They didn't spend 1/3 of the time. And they don't have 1/3 of the expenses of you getting up and getting there every single day. They don't pay 1/3 of your bills. They don't pay 1/3 of your expenses. They don't pay 1/3 of jack. They don't do 1/3 of the homework with your kids. They don't do 1/3 of nothing. They don't get up with you. They don't 1/3 of the time. They don't let you sleep so you can go to sleep and get your kids. They don't do it. So why are you giving them 1/3 of your money? I guess it's because you don't know what else to do. It's really insane that we want to keep doing that. Okay. So we want to make sure that we teach you what we're doing. It's a proven system. And you can succeed here. Another reason, we have fun. We have fun. We are family. We work together. And that is the culture and the energy that I try to cultivate. And the other leaders that work alongside me, we cultivate a culture of working together. We're called the Dream Team. We've been 2011, we started the Dream Team. We are 10 years strong. And there are people that have been part of the Dream Team and other companies with us that still have a love and an affinity for the Dream Team, even though they're not part of what we're doing right now. Why? Because the energy and the value that we bring and the true genuineness that we have as a team, people love that, even if they're not doing what we're doing anymore. Okay. Once you're a dream team, you're a dream team for life. Ask anybody. Ask anybody a dream team. They'll put hashtag DT4L all the time. Why? Because we bring the integrity to what we're talking about. Okay. It's the real deal. We've had a lot of people make a lot of money over the years, and we're doing it again now. We're doing it again now. And we can help you too if you literally just tap in. And I already told you we have integrity and we treat people right. Bottom line. Okay. I'm a firm believer in you build the people will build the business. All right. So I do spend a lot of my time working with my team. I do spend a lot of my time working on mindset. I do spend a lot of my time making sure from a marketing perspective, people understand the simple 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, over and over and over again. I'm telling you, repetition is the mother of all learning. It is not what you do. Success is not what you do, it's what you do daily. What can you do over and over and over and over and over that produces a result? You plant a seed, you plant an apple seed, an apple seed, it only produces apples, it only produces apples, it only produces apples. You can't plant an orange and get an apple. You can't do it. So you can't plant doubt and get success. You can't plant lack. You can't plant a lack mentality and have abundance, right? You have to plant the thing that you want. All right. And that's kind of where we are over here. And that's just what it is. Now, if you don't like that, that's okay. We might not be the team for you, but I am telling you that if that is something that makes sense to you, you want to get plugged in with us right now. Why? Because waiting ain't your friend. Waiting ain't going to help. All right. So here's the bottom line. And before I close out, guys, we have an opportunity right now. Okay. We got a couple of more days left in this month. We got an opportunity right now where you can start the business for literally $50. Some people can start the business for $50. Some people can start for $100. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, don't let $50 slide through your hands and you not even start the business. And I'm telling you, even if you don't make any money in the business, you ought to be damn happy that you have a business. Don't worry about the fact that you're not making money. You know why? Because every month when you buy the product that you need to buy, number one, it's helping your body, but number two, it's a write-off. It's a write-off. See, when I buy this every month, right? This Valet 30, this is my liquid multivitamin. I take a shot of this, a cap of this every single day. Number one, I have good blood pressure. Number two, I don't have any pains, any aches. Number three, I have all of my vitamin B, my vitamin A. I've got vitamin D3. Okay. I've got zinc. I've got the things that I need in my body. So this is helping me, whether there's a business or not. This is helping me, right? Love yourself. This is helping me. Aside from any business, I don't give a damn about a business to an extent because I got to be here right now to make sure the business go until my son can take over. So right now, I got to take care of me. I'm a single mom. I got to protect me. I got to make sure I stay healthy. I got to make sure I stay alert. I got to make sure I have enough energy every single day. I got to make sure I have clarity. I got to make sure I have focus. I got to make sure I get my son to and from school. Don't nobody help me do that. I got to make sure I pay all these bills. Don't nobody help me do that. I got to make sure I get my car. My car is taken care of. My son can play baseball. Don't nobody help me do that. I got to make sure he can go out and play with his friends. I got to have gas and all the time. I got to try to take care of myself a little bit and try to do some girl things, which I don't get to do that much. Okay. But I got to take care of me. Hey, all that dang on Thanksgiving food, guess what? I got to detox. I got to take care of me, my guts, my intestines. I need my colon cleaned out. I don't got time for colon cancer. I don't got time for intestinal problems. I don't got time for IBS. I don't got time for those type of things because I got to keep my body in the most optimal shape that I can because I am a mother who is 100% a mother, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If that school were to call me right now, I got to pause this live, hang up, get off, go get my son because I am a mom all the time. So I don't have time to be sick. I don't know about you. I don't got time to be sick. I don't got time to be sniffling, sneezing, laying in the bed. I don't got time to be, oh my goodness, Saya, go make your own food. Saya, go to the grocery store. Saya, I got to get up and get it every single day, day in and day out. So these things help me. Whether I make a dime, these things help me. They help me. Now, what makes it so amazing is that because they help me, I can actually say to you, this helped me. Maybe it can help you too. Do you understand that? I like this stuff. I believe in this. I take it every single day. I give it to my son every single day. You think my son got time to be sick? I don't got time to him going to that school, sniffling, sneezing, wearing a mask all day, can't breathe. All this. He's already got to do what he got to do. I want to give him the most optimal body that he can have. Kids like fast food. Now, I try my best not to give it to him that much, but good Lord, you got a 7-year-old before. Okay, a 7-year-old is like, hey, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. Like, sometimes just shut your mouth and give him a nugget. Right? So because of that, guess what? I take my products and I enjoy my products and I like them. They help me. So with that being said, whether you make a dime from sharing this with others or not, guess what? It's helping you. So if you don't never sell one to anybody, the fact that you have an entity where you could means that now you can write these expenses off. You're going to save more money even when you have a loss. So for all y'all that's like, oh, I ain't making no money, that's a good damn thing. Why y'all tripping? Somebody made you think that down was up and up was down. In business, if you don't make a profit, especially in your first year, especially in your second year, hello, ding, 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 that's a plus. That is a plus for you. So don't fret, mon frere. We want you to make money. We're going to do everything we can to help you make money. But if you don't quit. Why would you give up all of your assets and your expenses and the ability to earn and save more money because you didn't make $50? Y'all are nuts. You got to get with the program. You got to understand money and you got to understand business. And you need a business right now for whatever reason. You need to have it. Started at $50, started at $100, started at $200, whatever it is, you need to start it. Last thing, guys, there's no better time than now. Okay? It's the end of the year. It's the end of the year. You can start working on business credit. You can start working on business funding. There are people that do that. I don't do that, but I know how to have it, and I'm building it up for myself. But if you don't have a business, how are you going to get business credit? And if you don't have business credit, then you're relying on what? Your own credit. And if you're relying on your own credit, well, there you go. You're right back to the same thing all over again when the wealthy people understand you leverage your business credit. You don't sacrifice your own personal credit for business expenses, buying real estate, buying businesses, doing partnerships, getting funding, buying buildings, using Airbnb, during Turo, doing all these different things. Use your business credits. But you don't have a business though, do you? Damn. Good thing you know me. They say it's not what you know, it's who you know. So, guys, I'm going to close out with this and let you know. Reach out to me, inbox me, say, you know what, Tracy, I want to know more about how I can start myself a business now before the end of the year. I need more write-offs. I need more of my money back. The government's taking too much out of my check. I want to know what I have to do. On top of it, yeah, I don't mind getting healthy. I don't mind cleansing my body. I don't mind having more energy and more clarity. I don't mind making sure I have a decent working immune system. Yeah, I actually kind of like the fact that I could actually breathe and I could actually, you know what I'm saying? I can actually go out into the air. I actually protect myself. Like, you actually believe you have the full armor of God on, don't you? Yeah, wouldn't that be great? There's no problem with any of that. So reach out to me. If you're watching this in our private Facebook group, reach out to anybody in the group that has shared this with you, whoever invited you to the group, let them know, hey, I want to get started, or at least want to learn more about how to get started. If you're watching this on my YouTube or on my Facebook or Instagram, you need to replay, go ahead and replay. But no matter what you do, make sure you reach out and let's get a little game plan going for you. Now, I'll tell you, I got a little special going on Cyber Monday. Between today and tomorrow, which is last day of the month, okay, I might even put a little something towards you getting started. I might even help you out with $50. I might even help you out with $100. I might help you out with something, right? I don't know yet because I don't know what the situation is, and I'm not going to do a blanket. I'm going to help you with this when you might not even be serious. You might be playing games, and I'm not into playing games. I'm not going to give you or sow a seed into anything where you think it's a joke. I'm trying to help you build a harvest. And if you're not interested in building a harvest, I'm not going to give you my seed. I'm going to share my seed with somebody who want to build their own harvest. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind sowing seeds. Okay, because that's how you attract more. So I'm willing to sow a seed in the next 5 people that say, hey, listen, I want to learn more. I want to do something, and you want to do something today, tomorrow. I'm not talking about next week. I'm talking about today. I'm talking about today. $50? $100? Let me show you how to do it. And I help you sow a seed, okay, to make sure you get it done. And then we're gonna go to work over the next 30 days. I'm gonna show you how to make some life-changing, do some things that are life-changing. I'm gonna show you some skills you never knew. I'm gonna teach you some things you never had access to before. I'm gonna show you how you can really make money from the comfort of your own home and from your own phone. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you share this broadcast with anyone that you believe needs to be enlightened of the information I share here today. Anyone who needs to start a business, anyone who needs to understand how they can start a business. I've shared some of the benefits. This is the broadcast for that. I appreciate your time on this afternoon. Guys, have a great, great, great rest of your day. And I look forward to helping those of you that actually desire the change. Okay. I'm here for it. All the change. I'm here for all the change. All right, y'all. Later. Bye.